Okay guys, so I am here with Chef Ryan, regional chef with Tender Greens, and nice to see you, Chef Ryan.
Nice to see you as well.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I just want to jump right in and ask you, what was the concept behind Tender Greens? How did it get started?
The concept behind Tender Greens was really to bridge the gap between fine dining and fast food.
Yeah.
You know, as we found as chefs, you know, kind of this type of eating was left for the elite, if you will, and a high paycheck and, you know, shelling out money. So if you're a family of 5, you got your kids, you know, you can eat good food for a good price. And that was kind of the original idea behind that, that everyone deserves the opportunity to eat well.
Absolutely, yes.
So us chefs, being in the fine dining scene, took our skills and our mindset to Tender Greens, and
That's
it was
great.
born. Yeah.
And this was started by a chef, yes?
Started by an executive chef, yeah, and well, three guys: Eric Oberholzer, David Dressler, Matt Lyman. We call them the Three Amigos.
Nice.
You know, and they all play their own little part. So the vision behind that was, again, to bring food to everybody and change the way people eat.
Making food fun for everyone, y'all.
Making food fun for everybody,
yes.
absolutely.
And that leads me to why I'm here, and that is food allergy accommodating, modifying. It's hard. It's a hard world to go out into as we all know, to go out into the restaurant world and feel safe eating.
Absolutely.
And one of the reasons I wanted to feature you guys is because you are amazing at doing that, you know? So you guys have a protocol in place, correct?
We do, yeah. When a customer comes in and they announce they have an allergy to one of our friendly cashiers up front, we'll place an orange sticker on it that lets them know exactly what that allergy is. If it's gluten, if it's dairy, if it's nuts, you know.
In my case, if it's
or,
everything under the sun.
or everything under the sun, that we make sure we knew that. And so as it goes down the line, it's passed from team member to team member, that every single person along the process knows what your allergy is, and not to, you know, touch nuts with that glove, that we change the glove out, that we make sure the bowl, everything is clean and safe for that person. We all know peanuts, you know, for example, are a deathly ill allergy, and we don't want to kill anybody in our restaurant. So we take great care in doing so.
And I love that. I love that. And you guys, you will love that too. I'm just saying. So right now, Tender Greens is in California. It's California based. And a lot in SoCal. So where are we in California right now?
California, we have all the way down from San Diego in the Point Loma, downtown San Diego area. We stretch into Orange County, all throughout LA and San Francisco as well.
That's awesome.
We are opening another restaurant hopefully this year in New York City. So we're going national, and then other places soon to be released.
I've been trying to encourage you to move into the Midwest. I'm like, we need something. We need the Tender Greens.
Well, we're gonna go as far as we can. That's for sure.
That's fantastic. So, just tell me a little bit. I know you and I were talking about where you get your sourcing from, and as you grow, it's harder and harder to get the good non-GMO sourcing. But you guys are sticking to it, and
you gotta stick. You gotta stick to your guns. You know, you gotta be proud of what you serve.
Yes.
And because we live this lifestyle, you know, it's not just a fad. It's not just a trend. We live this lifestyle. Our founders, our chefs, we're all conscious of what we eat. I mean, I eat here, you know, twice a day, every day.
Yeah.
So what goes in our body is important, and sourcing that is equally as important. So we hire the best people to do so.
Yep.
And we don't cut corners. We don't, you know, take anything just because we need it. You know, we will continue to search and continue to find the right products.
And
we work with local farmers. We work with local purveyors to make sure that we stick to what we're true to.
And that goes all with what you're putting in your body. You know, again, and I harp on this all the time, but the gut is 90%. It's 90% of your immune system, and that's so important. Even when you're going out, you know, going out sometimes is a luxury for people, but you guys have made it affordable, and you've made it so that I can trust what I'm putting in my body when I come to this restaurant. And that's priceless.
Absolutely. And if you go to tendergreens.com, you can actually see several success stories of people that have either lost major amounts of weight because they eat strictly Tender Greens.
That's fantastic.
And we can, as chefs, you know, if you come into any of our restaurants and you ask a chef about these things or whatever your issue might be, we can guide you through the process and make sure what we serve you meets your dietary needs.
Yes, and that's another fantastic, especially for people with the special diets, food allergies, all of that. This restaurant is wonderful. They listen to you, and I've always felt safe coming here, and I just love that.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get to maybe seeing how that protocol works with our next shot. But I just want to say thank you so much, Chef Ryan, for coming and talking with us about Tender Greens. I just want to recommend this restaurant to everybody out there who is in my audience because they really are top notch when it comes to working with special diets and providing wonderful gourmet style food that's under the tutelage of several chefs and, you know, well-trained several chefs from around the world, you know, around the country.
We have chefs all the way from Alsace region in France, Hamburg, Germany, you know, fine dining chefs throughout. You know, we have a couple sayings, and one is, you know, we want to be a place, restaurants people really love.
Yeah.
And we mean that to our heart and core. If you're unsatisfied, if we mess up, we're humans, you know, we'll fix it, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we pride ourselves on, but.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
And we're going to get to the next step here. Okay, peeps. So we are here in the back kitchen of Tender Greens in Burbank, and I am with Chef Kevin. And hey, Chef Kevin, how you doing?
Hi there. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited about what we are about to prepare. So what are we going to be making today?
So today we're going to make a Chinese chicken salad.
Okay.
And we're going to show some of the versatility in it and our ability to make the dish modified to the guest needs.
Absolutely, which for our audience is key.
Good.
So, all right, so let's
Awesome.
get started.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're going to put a glove on.
Okay.
So we deal with a lot of people with allergies here, and we have a little protocol. So everybody makes everything at this restaurant with a glove on as is. And when we do have an allergy come in the restaurant, we hit the ticket with a sticker. Everybody
Nice.
on the line calls out allergy, so we know that we're not contaminating anything wrong, and then we all change our gloves. So you'll hear this kind of like, change your glove, this loud kind of shouting.
That's fantastic.
thing.
You guys are
Yeah.
already, I love
Yeah,
it. I've
we
been to
try.
Tender Greens before, so I know what they do, and it's awesome. So we're dumping in some greens here.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite lettuce mixes that we do. It has some tatsoi, which is a Japanese spinach.
Okay.
Has some mizuna, which is a Japanese mustard.
Great.
And then it has red mizuna, which is also a Japanese mustard, and it's kind of frilly, both really kind of spicy and bitter.
And this yellow, what is the yellow?
This is a popcorn shoot.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
cool.
and then we also have golden pea shoots as well.
Nice.
So all kinds of really cool flavors and textures, and
It makes for a nice looking
balance.
salad.
It does, yeah. It's very beautiful, isn't it?
And balanced taste too
Yeah.
for the palate. So
Yeah.
not too bitter, not too sweet. So.
It is, yeah. So so this salad, it's typically the Chinese chicken salad.
Yeah. So what comes originally in the Chinese chicken salad?
So what we do is poached chicken. We
Okay.
slow poach chicken and then shred it, the whole chickens. And then it also gets peanuts, sesame seeds, shredded carrots. It gets a soy and sesame dressing, and then it gets cilantro and green onions that are chopped up.
So that sounds fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Unfortunately, I have allergies to soy and dairy and corn and wheat and meat and fish and shellfish, so we are modifying today.
We are.
So what are we going to modify with? There's just a few things that I can't have in this salad.
Right,
So.
right. So I failed to mention the wontons. So you have to have crunchy wontons in a Chinese chicken salad. So what I did with the modifications today, I tried to replace some of the functions of the components of the salad.
Okay.
So there's the chicken, which is obviously that meaty function. It provides you with the protein and all that stuff. So I thought something that would be good to replace it with is avocado.
It's a good food for you. It's high in those great lipids that you need, and it tastes good.
Exactly.
It's the California fruit, vegetable. I don't know what it is, but it's the
Wonderful.
California yumminess.
It's creamy and wonderful.
I love it.
All right, and then so the other substitution that we were looking at was for the crunch of the wontons. Right. So as anybody at this restaurant will tell you, I eat radishes almost every day, and I thought that radishes would be a wonderful supplement for what you usually get out of that nice crunchy wonton.
Awesome, twinsies.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So the rest of the ingredients, besides the dressing, which we'll do last, are all going to be as normally are. We have shredded carrots, and we have some picked cilantro and chopped green onion.
One of my favorites.
And then we're going to go some toasted peanuts.
Okay. Now, if you guys can't have peanuts, they can leave it off.
We would be happy to leave them out. And then some toasted sesame seeds as well.
And I have a quick question. Do you have other nuts that you could substitute if they can't do peanuts?
We do. We have hazelnuts at all times, and then we also have another salad that has a rotating nut. The chef has the choice of the nuts on that. Right now, I'm using sunflower seeds on ours.
Great.
But the flavor profile I didn't think was going to was going to work as a supplement for the chicken.
Okay.
Cool.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay,
so then of course we're going to season the salad. A little bit of salt.
Every good chef knows you need to season.
And then the dressing. So since you couldn't have the soy, I did want to keep it nice and simple. So we're using our sherry vinaigrette, which just doesn't have a lot of ingredients. It's still going to give you a nice balance, and it, of course, is going to dress the salad.
That sherry vinegar that comes from that Spain area, which I love.
Yes. So you want to toss this on?
Yes, I'm going to toss the salad.
Right. So, so I'm going to just go in right for the avocado and break it up a little bit, just so when you actually eat it, you don't get surprised with one huge bite of avocado, and then the rest of the salad is left bare.
And it's so colorful. I mean, look at... Yeah. I mean, you know you're eating a healthy salad, because you guys, there are unhealthy salads. I will just tell you that. But this is a very healthy salad, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And that's that.
That's that.
Eat a rainbow, right? It's got everything. Purple, green,
rainbow.
Yellow,
Hashtag
orange.
eat the rainbow.
Yes. Cool?
Awesome. Well, thanks, Chef Kevin.
You got it. My pleasure.
Awesome.
Enjoy your salad.
I'm going to.
Awesome.
Look at how beautiful. It's just gorgeous, and I can't wait to put it in my mouth. So, got a big old bite, and here we go. Oh. Okay, my mouth is full, but you all know that. What makes this salad amazing are the sesame seeds and the dressing. And honestly, that combination of greens that he put in there, it's a wonderful combination. It's so balanced. I love it. You guys, this restaurant is amazing for getting a gourmet, wonderful quality food level without it being, over cost, and they're so accommodating, which sometimes restaurants are, that have this good of food. So I just want to say, Tender Greens, you rock. I love this salad, and this is the Allergy Actress signing off for now. What's up, my peeps? It is Mary Beth Eversole, the Allergy Actress, and I am here today with special guest and owner of this fantastic restaurant, Annie Jubb, and this is Life Food Organic. This is where we are today. Welcome, Annie. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us here.
Oh.
This is fantastic. I'm so excited that you're on the show today.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. So I just want to start right off by asking, what brought you to want to open this kind of restaurant? What brought you on your journey to here?
Okay, well, it started about 27 years ago, something like that. And basically what we do is raw organic living foods. So it's all fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. We ferment and we dehydrate foods, but nothing is ever heated or cooked over 118 degrees Fahrenheit, 46 degrees Celsius. And with that, the enzymes in the food, which are designed by nature to digest that food for you, they're still alive in there. So they have a survival temperature of about 118 degrees.
Yeah.
When we heat food above that, then our bodies have to beg, borrow, and steal enzymes inside to digest that food. So it really saves you a lot.
Yes.
And it doesn't cost you anything to eat this type of foods, We do a lot with blending and juicing and that type of way too really helps. And it's really quite tasty. It's really delicious too.
Yes.
I think we'll be sampling some of the foods a little bit later on in the show.
Absolutely, yeah, and I can vouch. I've been drinking off of this green juice, and it has green apple, kale, cucumber, celery, and lemon. It is their juice, and it's my favorite. I'm picky with green juices, and I love this green juice. It's really good. I could have it every day and have no problem with it. So
I drink a couple of green juices every day. I mean, I kind of got into this whole subject. I was doing more with behavior physiology and teaching that through the 80s. And I was really looking for the cure for cancer and all degenerative diseases, because all of a sudden, like when I was a little girl, like you maybe knew one person in your extended field that had some kind of cancer, right? And then in the 80s, all of a sudden it was like, okay, there's one in every family. There's like, okay, and then everybody's obese all of a sudden. And then there's diabetes that was like type 2 mellitus, which was supposed to be like adult onset diabetes, and all of a sudden there were children under the age of 18 that had that.
So I was like,
okay, something's changing here. Something has changed radically from what we've been doing that was working to what we're doing now, which isn't working.
Yes.
And we talked a little bit about this before, but a lot of it was about the genetic modification of corn and soy products, for example, right? Which causes an inflammation in the body. And it's in everything. It's super cheap. Corn especially is the most grown crop in the world now today. It's all genetically modified except for very small amounts of it.
Exactly.
And it causes an inflammation, and it sets up all of these degenerative diseases over a period of time.
Yeah.
So basically in 1985, they changed the in junk food, they changed the sugar from cane, you know, sugar to corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and then it's in everything too.
Yes.
So everybody became sugar sensitive, and then pre-diabetic and pre-cancerous. And so by the time like 1989, 1990 was rolling around, I was like, all right, something's happening
I gotta
here.
do something.
Yeah. Do I need to get involved? Like, what's happening
Yes.
here? You know, like we need to, and I have friends that are doctors that were very smart people, you know, and I said, well, you're treating these cancers with very, very, very serious techniques. You know, you're cutting out body parts, you're bathing them in radiation, and they're still, like, they look terrible, their hair falls out. Like, this can't be the right direction to move in. I mean, they either die or they might get better. It's like, come on, let's go the other direction and really build the immune system back up again. Let's find the foods that feed us into our liveliness, into our beauty, into our health, so that we can get on with what we were born to do instead of just fighting for your life and struggling to survive day by day and really suffering.
Yeah.
So I went to India actually. I did a teacher's training program there and became vegetarian and saw these Sattvic and Indian people and kind of got Ayurvedic into my repertoire of things. And I thought, okay, well, something's working here. This is kind of interesting. And when I came back, I went into my trainings at the time were called whole brain functioning. So I went into a whole brain functioning training I was doing for this corporation. And they were asking me about my trip to India, and I was like, you know, I've kind of changed my diet a bit too. Like now I'm more vegetarian, and I'm kind of thinking about, you know, is that going to be the direction to like really help America to clean up these degenerative diseases, or like what? And afterwards, a woman came up to me and she handed me a book by Dr. Ann Wigmore called Recipes for Longer Life. And here's this woman. She's kind of like the, you know her, right?
Yes.
She's like she's dead now, but she's a wonderful woman, and for 30 or 40 years she really preached raw living foods because she herself had a very serious bout of cancer, one of the female organs, and had cleaned her body up with raw living foods. So I thought, great, I like the idea, I'm going to go there.
Let's do it.
And it was a recipe book, right? And so I started making these recipes, and they were horrible. They were so bad. Like this pudding soup that she would make people eat, it was just barfy. I couldn't stand it.
For those of you of my audience who have been on these diets for a while, you know about that food.
It can be really bad, you know. Like, and I grew up on a farm. Like we had, you know, an organic garden.
Really
you could eat a tomato right off the thing without anything on it, just like it tastes like an apple.
Yes.
It's so delicious and sugary, and if it's vine ripened, you know, and herbs that make things delicious, and real salt, like living sea salt, which is sun-dried ocean water rather than, you know, the dead salt that makes your arteries really hard. The living salt makes your arteries really vascularly, you know, flexible, and it really is. So I just started like playing with it, and like really within like a week or two, I'd rewritten all of her recipes to things that I thought that were tasty and delicious, and like, because I'm doing residential trainings too. Like people are coming to a ranch that I rent in Oklahoma or Hawaii or whatever, and I'm feeding them, so I have control over their diet for the entire time. So I was like, I gotta. If I'm going to sell it to these people, it has to be really tasty.
Has to taste good, yes.
Yeah. And so I really changed it all around. And the first training I had, there were maybe 40 people at this ranch in Oklahoma I used to rent. And the people that came, they were like kind of they were into the program that we were doing. It was more like an outward bound kind of thing. We were doing fire walking and sweat lodges and kind of a lot of behavior physiology stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was feeding them their living foods the whole time. And like everybody got gorgeous during the week. Like in 8 days, they were like remarkably better looking. You know, and like this one guy, I wish I could remember his name. He came from Long Island because I was living in New York at the time, so a lot of my people were coming out of New York. And he had the typical Long Island like accent. He was like very, very congested in his sinuses. He was like, "What are you talking about? You know, I'm going. My name's Tony," or whatever it was. You know, and I was like, and by the end of the week, his nose had shrunk, and he was not a good-looking man when he came, right? And his skin just looked radiant, and he could talk like without that sinusy, like inflamed thing, and everybody was even like looking at him as the poster child. They're like, dude, man, this is working. Like, whatever's going on here is going on here too, but that's remarkable. And so I just kept playing with it and going along that path, and eventually I set up an outpatient fasting clinic in New York for about 10 years.
Yes.
And ran thousands of people through my liver and gallbladder flush, and we worked mostly with post-op cancer patients to begin with. That was the population that kind of found their way to us, and we were having real success with them. And were in their treatment programs they had just been taken to within an inch of their lives, and they looked terrible.
Right.
You know, like everything.
The treatments
treatments were
just
killing them.
destroying your body. Yeah.
And then once the treatments didn't work, then they would come to us, and we had 15 or 25 people that came right away that were like really on death's door, and the doctor had given them like a couple months to live, like go home, put your affairs in order, like you're gonna be dead soon, And then they came to us, and I was like, we're not dead yet,
Let's try something.
What would you look like with some good food in here? And clean out the gunky liver and the gallbladder, and they'll poop out a ton of gallstones, and then their bodies start to have some space inside of it, and they start to expand a little bit. And many of them are alive today. This was 17, 20 years ago.
So wonderful.
Yeah. So and then they tell everybody else, and it starts to get rolling, and you go, well, it probably works for diabetes too. It probably works for obesity. And basically, we just cut all the sugars down, even the real sugary vegetables and fruits. Like even beets and carrots. We just had to take all of that out for a minute until they were back healthy again. Their immune systems were functioning.
And that's the thing, you guys. When you eliminate, it's not forever unless you truly have a food allergy or it's truly horrible for you. But you can put those things back in once your body has renourished itself and healed itself.
Yeah, and absolutely. So. And like with my restaurants too, it's like I'm not really catering to the deathly ill right now. It's more like just to get everybody involved in better food and better eating. But with that, I learned that even if there are sugary foods, fruits and vegetables, for example, if you pair it with, you can anchor that sugar down with a really good protein and a really good fat.
Yeah.
And then that heals the liver. It makes the liver be able to hang on to it for a good long period of time. Like if I eat, a candy bar, it's going to go racing into the liver. The pancreas is going to go, oh my God, produce a bunch of insulin because she's going to jump out of her skin with all that blood sugar spike,
Yes.
And so it causes all these imbalances. But if you take, any fruit and vegetable, even if it's real sugary, and you add a protein and a fat to it, so coconut oils or any cold pressed organic oils or any kind of, nuts and seeds
those
are real
good fats
protein
are so
heavy.
Necessary.
Yeah, and then it anchors it down, and the liver can hang on to that all day long. You might not need it. Maybe you're just typing, maybe you're writing your book or whatever. And then you might want to go for a run. Like, I don't want to eat anything before the run, but you still have that supply because your liver's healthy and it's hanging on to that energy food for you.
Absolutely.
And you've got a streamlined little snack later on, a little liver snack.
Yeah. So that's fantastic. So then the restaurants came out of all of that.
Yeah, this is my, I think, fourth or fifth restaurant. I've kind of done different incarnations.
Okay. And you have this location?
I have two locations now, here and then in Hollywood, and then one in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
And we're just franchising too. So I sold a franchise in Dubai for the Middle East.
That's
so
so
we're gonna,
cool.
Hot food also.
Look at you,
really,
international person.
It's cold food, so it works really well in the deserts.
Yes, that's true.
It's hard to sell it in colder climates, not year round. You have to have some warmer soups and some things like that to get your warmth that you want out of your food as well.
Right. But as we educate and as we expand our knowledge on nourishing foods and how to really feed your body well, you're going to be able to expand. I'm hoping that you'll expand and be, the trailblazer. We're all trailblazers here right now, kind of trying to get the education and the knowledge out there. I come from the Midwest.
Yeah.
And it's notoriously been a little bit lax for healthy, nourishing foods. But I was pleasantly surprised when I went back to Kansas City this last time. They're starting to wake up to it, and they're starting to see. And I write an article for the Kansas City Star, and the fact that I can write an article for the Kansas City Star about this stuff, that never would have happened 10 years ago. And it's so exciting to me that our audience is growing and that people are really becoming aware of what they're putting in their bodies.
Yeah.
And that's what this restaurant is all about, you guys. So we are going to show you the beautiful wall of lovely things that she has to help nourish the body other than just foods, supplements, things like that. So we'll be talking about that next. Okay, Annie, so I am dubbing this the wall of nourishment because you have so many amazing things here. I want to start with your book.
Okay, well, I've written 9 books. Here are 2 of them. This is the Life Food Recipe book, which is just a real layman's, lay of the land, why it's good to eat raw living foods, and here's some tasty recipes to make. And then Secrets of an Alkaline Body, the new science of colloidal biology, is the science behind it. You know, how raw living foods heals degenerative diseases, very specifically sugar-based diseases like cancer and obesity and diabetes.
And can you find these here in your store, but can you find them online?
Yeah, they're on Amazon. They're North Atlantic Books also has them. That's my publishing company.
Okay, North Atlantic Books, you guys, and Amazon.
A little cheaper on Amazon, gotta say.
Yes, and it's under her full author name is Annie Padden-Jubb. Yes. Okay. So tell us a little bit about what's here.
Okay, so everything here is food-based and food quality, very high organic food quality. So even my lotions, here's my coconut rose lotion that I make. Everything in it is food quality. My understanding is that everything we put on the body, we should also be willing to consume.
Yes.
It's going to go in. We're vastly porous. And we're like sponges. So it tastes terrible, but it's really good for you.
Okay.
Don't eat it.
Don't lick your hand.
Don't eat it, but it's good for you. And everything is pretty much all the things I formulate with have MSM in it. Do you know about MSM, methyl sulfonylmethane?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's really good for shrinking inflammation. I literally have 100% of my clients on it. It's very, very good for making the blood slippery, so the red blood cells slip past each other. It doesn't thin the blood, but it makes them slippery. It's what we grow hair and skin and nails out of. It's a beauty nutrient. But it's really, really important for shrinking inflammation, and that's the beginning of all disease. So if you can stop that from happening,
And those with food allergies, you will know about inflammation, and this is fantastic for that. So there's a lot of anti-inflammatory foods you can have, but when you have supplements that can help with that, it's wonderful. So.
It really keeps you ahead of the game, and if you are suffering with something, you know, you can treat it really quickly, and this is the fastest way I can get people out of inflammation.
Yeah, that's great.
Plus, it makes you beautiful, which is great.
Hair.
We love it. And so all the body products here, too, there's no sodium lauryl sulfate or any kind of toxins in them whatsoever.
That's fantastic.
They're very, very pure. Also food quality. I'm very passionate about, you know, oral hygiene, too.
This toothpaste, you guys.
Yeah, this is a great toothpaste.
Bad toothpaste is for you? It's so bad.
So much of it is so really poisonous and toxic. But this is really cool. A friend of mine makes this too. It's basically like hydrogen peroxide with essential oils in it too. That
fantastic.
Like the seeds, you know, like it's amazingly hygienic. And I got to tell you, my gums are awesome. My dentist is always very impressed with my gums. Let's see, walking through again, MSM in a spray that you can spray into your nostrils to clean out the sinus cavities.
And by the way, this is all her brand. All of this on these shelves here, she has made.
Yeah, so and I'm branding like crazy right now too. Cool. I'm in a really big growing phase right now. This is fun. I did this for actually another company, but I sell them here too. It's called Leap. And there's 3 different kinds of smoothies, and they're just smoothies that are designed to just take with you, and you just add water to them.
That is so easy.
Yeah, and they're super tasty.
Now you have no excuse. You cannot, like, I don't have a blender. Well, sorry, just add water.
Yeah, they're great for traveling. And actually, this one especially, this has like 1,000 times the amount of recommended daily allowance for vitamin C.
Wow.
And when I'm flying in airplanes, I just eat it like with a spoon out of the bag. Anyway.
That's great. That's
And we also dehydrate a lot here too. We're kind of upping our game now on dehydrated. This is kind of like a muesli. I call it buckwheaties.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, it's great just out of the bag if you're hiking or camping, or just add a little almond milk to it too, and it makes a really delicious breakfast cereal. Yeah, it's like an upgraded granola. The buckwheat doesn't have any gluten in it whatsoever. It's a very different animal from wheat, as you know.
Yep.
What else? Spicy pumpkin seeds and flax crackers. Again, these are all dehydrated under 118 degrees, so they have other enzymes with them. But they get a shelf stabilization, so you can take them with you. Like
That's
anything
fantastic.
else here has like a couple days window to it, because the fresh foods, obviously, they're only fresh for a while. Yeah.
What about the rainbow crackers? Those are very interesting looking.
These are kind of fun too, because we do so much juicing here as well that we have all these colorful pulps that come out of it from, like, you know, from the carrots. We have this orange pulp, and we've got the green pulps because we do a lot of greens.
Yes.
And the beets make a really pretty cracker too.
So this is dehydrated pulp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we add a little bit of, like, you know, almond meal into it as well, so it gives it some, you know, some
And then you're using the entire fruit or the entire vegetable and no waste, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and they're quite tasty, and they're firm too, so they can really like scoop into like guacamole or something. Give me real
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, this is so cool. I love being here.
Thanks. Yeah, and yeah, just in the rest of the foods too. They're food grade. They're food quality. They're herbs. I love herbs a lot too. We do a lot with enzymes in it. Oh, here's what I was going to tell you about too. We were talking about beneficial bacterium and Donna Gates' program here. We use her fermentation for the coconut yogurt that we do, and the kefir, and We do a mango lassi as well. But she also sells it like this too. And so if you need to take probiotics, which just about everybody should these days,
yes.
right? And this is shelf stabilized, which is really nice
That's
too.
great.
She's got a really good shelf stable probiotic because oftentimes they have to be
Refrigerated. Yep. And then it's hard to take with you when you travel.
And especially when you fly, you're at 35, 40,000 miles above the earth, and that the solar radiation is penetrating the body of the plane, so you're really your bacteria drops down significantly,
Yep.
which is often why people are kind of constipated when they get there. They're dehydrated too, but they're also missing their bacterium. So this is a nice little product that you can take along with you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. The wall of nourishment, you guys.
That's my little apothecary.
I love it. Okay, so, well, now we're going to take a look a little bit at food prep.
Oh yeah, let's show you how to pull together that falafel that you like so much.
I'm so excited.
Let's
Okay.
take you into the kitchen and have Efren pull it together for us.
Okay, awesome. So Annie, we have this beautiful falafel wrap here. Can you please tell our audience what is in this wrap?
Sure. This is very special. It's all in the raw organic living, field. So the wrap is made out of coconut meat and it's dehydrated. And the falafels are also, they're made out of chickpeas, obviously, but instead of deep fried, they're also dehydrated.
Awesome.
And we have a couple of great sauces there. There's a tahini sauce. There's like a little Middle Eastern cucumber thing in there, and then we have this very special red pepper paste, which is one of my favorites. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
and for the audience that doesn't know, tahini is sesame seeds. Yes, sesame paste.
Sesame paste. Yeah.
So and it's one of my favorite. I love tahini sauce. So I put it on like everything. But the wraps, this is amazing to me because for gluten-free wraps, or
usually
there are a lot
wheat
of
or
times
corn, and in here they're not.
Yeah, or they're rice. I've had rice because I can't do corn or wheat, so I do the rice wraps. I've also done potato wraps, which those are okay, but the coconut is so nourishing, and there's no cracking, you guys. There's no, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and I always add a little bit of extra health whenever I can. So to make it a pretty color, we put some extra turmeric in there. So
anti-inflammatory. Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna taste it and see what goes on. I can't wait. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get that sauce.
They're a little messy. Don't get your napkin ready for you.
You weren't kidding about that sauce. Oh my goodness.
Yummy. It's my favorite.
Okay, here's what's cool about dehydrating foods. You actually taste the food.
Yeah.
You don't taste what it was fried in. I love that. You can taste the chickpeas. You can taste the peppers, the onions. You can, obviously there's greens in here too. And I'm tasting everything in a lovely cohesive bite. And that wrap is fantastic. Like it literally is just like a tortilla. I don't know how you did this.
Yeah. Like I said, it took a while to get it right.
Yeah. So, but
they were breaking, and then we had to,
Right. Exactly. So, but this is fantastic, you guys. I love this. I'm going to eat the rest of this when we're done.
There you go.
So, that pepper sauce, man, that's fantastic. I really like that. It's got just the right amount of kick of heat, but it's not like, it's just right, perfect.
It's very special. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is great. I will be coming back again and again for this one.
Yay.
Okay, so we are gonna be done, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I don't think we have anything else to do. So before I go and eat the rest of this, I just want to say thank you so much, Annie, for being on the show and for sharing your restaurant. If you guys are in Los Angeles, please, or Dubai, please visit the Life Food Organic store and restaurant because it will change your life. I'm serious. So thank you to our special guest, Annie Jubb. This is Mary Beth Eversole, the allergy actress, signing off for now.